Hi, my name's Haley Humble, and this is my CAP 2 video. My inspiration for getting into teaching, or at least working towards it, are past teachers that I've had in my own personal life. I've had a lot of great teachers that have inspired me to be where I am today. Some of my other inspirations are some of my family members. My mom is very supportive, as well as my loving boyfriend. They have really encouraged me to pursue whatever makes me happy, and that's what I ultimately am trying to do. What you're about to see following this video is me teaching a lesson to a small group first grade class. The lesson consisted of them reading a story to me, and then I asked them questions about the chapter, and then we read another chapter in the book, and I also asked them questions about that. So I'm supposed to ask you guys questions about this book. So how many of you guys have read chapter 5?
We're not on chapter 5 yet, we're on chapter 4.
Chapter 4? Okay, how many of you guys have read chapter 4? Okay, so most of you. Okay, so let's go over chapter 4 really quickly, okay? Who wants to read?
I'm trying to finish.
Kinsley, I saw your hand first, so I'm gonna let you start out, okay?
What a crazy thing to do, Bella said. Does Jack think he can run all the way home? We've been in the car for many hours. Oh dear, Rose cried. What will happen to Jack? Do you think Dad can catch him? Poor Jack must be scared. Bella tried to cheer her up. Don't worry, Dad will catch up with Jack. She said Jack can run, but he's not very fast. Daisy and Rosie watched Dad running in the distance. Oh dear, I feel terrible, said Rosie. I was trying to make Jack
Just follow along with Kinsley right now, okay?
I don't think there is anything we could have done, said Daisy. Jack just gets nervous. Mom lifted Bella, Rosie, and Daisy out of the car and put their leashes on. She pulled them over to a grassy area. There was a sign that said,
Okay, honey, follow along with Kinsley, okay? Or read quietly.
Dog walk. It had a picture of a person with a dog on a leash. Mom stood on the grass with Bella, Rosie, and Daisy. She looked worried. Then Mom said, here's an idea. Let's go after them. Maybe you dogs can help Dad find Jack. Mom and the 3 dogs.
Okay, so now that we've read over chapter 4, I'm going to ask you guys some questions, okay?
Now on chapter 5.
You are? Okay, has anybody read chapter 5?
I haven't read it, but I got to.
You got to it. Okay.
I'm on the second page of chapter 5.
Okay. Since most of you guys haven't read chapter 5, we're just going to go over chapter 4, and I'm going to find some questions and ask them to you guys, okay? Who did Daisy and Rosie watch running in the distance?
Jack. Dad and Jack.
Okay, yeah, you got that right. So you guys just raise your hand whenever you want to answer, and I'll call on you, okay? Okay. Whenever Daisy said, I don't think there's anything we could have done, Jack gets what?
Nervous.
Yes, you got that right. Okay. Who was able to smell Jack?
Rosie.
Okay, raise your hand if you have the answer. You
Rosie
can,
and Daisy.
yes. So the other dogs were able to smell Jack.
I'm on chapter 6 now.
Well, that's good. We'll go over those in a little bit, okay? Who led the way in order to get to Jack? Does anybody know? Let me go back and make sure this is in chapter 4, not chapter 5. Okay, so you guys already pretty much answered that. It was the other dogs. Okay, so okay. Let's start on chapter 5 real quick because because the questions I have to ask you guys is mainly centered around chapter 5, all right? Who wants to read this time? Matthias, do you want to read? Eli, do you want to read? All right. Eli, start us on chapter 5.
I'm on chapter 6.
Yeah, but we're going to go over chapter 5 together. So
I already did that whole time.
You did? Okay. Well, do you care to read it to us? We haven't read it.
I'll read it. You don't know it. I'll tell you what in chapter 6 looks like.
Okay, but right now let's read chapter 5 and then we can get into chapter 6, okay? Because some of the questions I asked you, I missed it.
Dad came running towards them. I can't find Jack, he said to the realize. Oh, look, Mom said to Dad. They found him. Dad talks to Jack with an angry voice. Bad boy, he said. Dad scooped under his arm. Don't ever run off like that again, he said to Jack. Phew, Mom sighed happily. I'm so happy to see Jack. She reached down and patted Bella, Rosie, and Daisy on the top of their heads. There you are, Jack. Come on, Dad called. Let's go back to the car. We are way behind the road.
Okay, so now that all of us have read chapter 5, I'm going to ask you guys some questions. Are you guys ready for that? Yeah, okay. So first question. I asked a couple of you guys this earlier because I got mixed up with chapter 4. This is actually questions for chapter 5. Who was able to smell Jack? Okay.
The dogs.
Yes, you got it. So what were the dogs' names though? Kinsley.
Bella, Rosie, Daisy.
Yes, good job. Okay. So a question similar to that. Who led the way to get to Jack?
The dogs.
Okay. Don't just call out, but you're right. Yeah, the dogs. Kinsley, I'll let you answer the next question if you know it, okay? All right. What area did they find Jack in? Does anybody, this is kind of a hard question.
By a path. On a path.
Yeah. Okay, so what?
A grassy area.
Yes, good job. Okay, so they did go on a path, but specifically they found Jack in a big grassy area. Was Dad happy or was he mad? Mad. Why was he mad? Kinsley.
Because he didn't want him to run off again, so he was mad.
Okay, yeah. Okay, those are all good points, and you got them right. Okay, so I believe we are done. Does anybody want to read over chapter 6, or are you good? Do you want to save that to next time? Yeah. Okay, I'd say Miss Caitlin will go over that with you, because I think I was mainly just supposed to go over chapter 5. All right, well, thank you guys. I appreciate it.